Hey guys, what's going on? I wanted to give you guys a quick little video tutorial on how I actually observe the flow and how I actually pick out which plays I'm gonna play, which ones I think are not good, and so on and so forth. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. So first up, I'm always looking at how the time actually on the flow that comes in. So here's some market flow that was from last week actually. And so last week's expiration on Friday was the 26th. So a lot of times I'm looking at what would expire the week of or the next week out. Anything further than 2 weeks out, I'm really not paying attention to that much unless it's like some outrageous orders. And even then, if it is a lot of orders coming in that are a month or so out, or whatever it might be, the option still isn't moving that much because most of the time there might be those are probably monthly expirations anyways, so they don't move as much as the weeklies. But like I said, a lot of times I'm looking for either the following week or the week that we're currently in. So within 1 or 2 weeks out, maybe three, but a lot of times it's 1 or 2 weeks out. So that's what I'm looking for the most part. So if these guys are jumping in something that expires the same week on that Friday, that doesn't give that much time to get to that point. So you should know that, and if you're seeing a lot of flow come in into expiration at that time, you should know that, okay, these guys are pretty sure that, this option is going to reach a certain price point, or they're expecting a big move coming up relatively soon. So that's one of the first things I look at is, the time on the market order and when exactly the expiration is. And then I'm looking at whether it's a sweep or a block. So in BlackBox, it goes and tells you what if there's sweep or blocks coming in, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of confused on that. So I did want to just go ahead and wrote something up quick. A sweep is typically a large order that is broken into a number of different smaller orders that can be filled more quickly on multiple exchanges. Sweep orders signal momentum and urgency by the way intelligent market routing systems. Typically broken into smaller orders and hitting multiple exchanges, this is used by smart money to stay relevant and under the radar. This is a very good indicator that a trader wants to get into position as fast as possible because they might know something may affect the underlying stock share price the very next day or the near future. So yeah, guys. So basically, what the institutions will do, they'll have $500,000 spread throughout 10 different sweep order flows. And sweeps are really what moves the underlying price of a stock. Block trades really don't move it in because they're already negotiating what price is coming their way, and that's why block trades are used for a lot more because they're already negotiating what price they want to play or what premium they want to pay for that option. So with the block trades, I don't really get too excited on that, but once I see a whole bunch of sweep orders coming in, that's when I get pretty excited. So let's see, Friday. Let's look at some Facebook flow actually, because Facebook was in the news with all the people pulling their advertisements, and you see it's a pretty decent amount. So, I mean, there's some blocks coming in here too, but a pretty decent amount. Some sweeps, and that's like right here. So these right here, let's see what time. Total 444, 445. Yeah, these orders probably honestly all came from the same person maybe. That's because they're right back to back, almost within the same minute, almost seconds away from each other. But these are sweep orders, and these are what move a stock up or down, and that's exactly what I'm looking for when I'm trading. And option block orders usually signal massive size purchases used by institutional investors and traders with very deep pockets. These are negotiated privately from the public market, meaning you won't be seeing individual retail investors buying these up. Yeah, so like I said, a lot of these block traders or these block trades are really big institutions, and they're negotiated pricing already, and they'll also be very big orders. So you're seeing $1 million, $700,000 come in. That's not really a retail trader. Most likely, that's a big institution. Go ahead and placing an order. And next, when I am looking at flow, I'm looking at support and resistance level also. So I'll see some order flow come in, and what I'll do is, and before I even look at support and resistance level, I'll go look and make sure the stock isn't at a 52-week high. So you might have a whole bunch of sweeps come into a name, and a certain stock is going up, But if it's getting to that point where it's at this 52-week high, I really don't like trading. I can leave it alone, because a lot of times at the 52-week high, there's a lot of there's a lot of resistance up there, And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I chart this. Also, this green just automatically came with it, but I'm gonna show you how I chart it out. So, like I said, I'll go ahead and look for it, look to see if it's at a 52-week high or a 52-week low, and that would determine something. Also, support and resistance level. So, quickly I'll be able to see, like, say this is a live Apple chart. So Apple, was trading like a hit price resistance up here, and it hit some support down here. So, once a stock passes support, once the stock passes resistance, resistance becomes support. So you can see right here on this line level, let's see, yep, that's a good color. Right here, that's some support and resistance, So if it's trading above it, this is a support. So you can see, hopefully it'll bounce off the support it has right here. If not, if it doesn't bounce off this level, then it could shoot down to a lower level, which looks like right in this level right down here. And this is pretty easy, to look at. It didn't take me too long to kind of figure this out. And I'm actually in TradingView right now, but I do a lot of my charting actually in Thinkorswim. But just for for you guys, I just wanted to pull this up for you. But as you can see, so before the stock was above this support right here, this is resistance for it. So it tested that resistance and then dropped back down to another support level, and then it retested, kind of broke above and then went back down, and then the third time to charm, boom, and that's when it was able to shoot all the way through. And this is more so, and that type of charting stuff is really more so for swing traders. If they want to look at, if they have a longer term position. But with me, I'm really just glancing over it. If I see something, if I see a stock is at some, if it's at some, resistance, it might not be the best time for some calls, But and then if it has a support level down here, it might not be the best time for some puts. But that's just some of the things that I'm looking over, when I'm choosing stocks and I'm looking over options flow. So next, I'm looking at the option premium price and the volume. So I'll be looking over just how much the person paid for it and the volume of things. Let's see. I need to actually pull up Thinkorswim, so let me do that while in the background while I wait. And what I mean by option premium price, sometimes the flow that's coming in, the premium price is a little too expensive. So I'll have to go ahead and choose a different strike price. And then on top of that, I'm also looking at how much volume's in it. Sometimes you might see flow coming in at a certain volume, at a certain volume point, but then another strike price will actually have better volume, and that's just something that I look forward to trading. And sometimes things aren't just going to be in your price range. You might have to find something that's a little further out in the money, or anything that basically fits your portfolio size. But that's about it. Like I said, I'm still waiting for this. There we go. Thinkorswim finally pulled up. So now I'll be able to show you exactly. If you type my password wrong. So now I'll be able to show you exactly some volume, and it might not show it. I'm gonna see, because it is the weekend. But I'll be able to show you how I'll look over with Thinkorswim. Everybody's platform should have this. I think Robinhood is a little bit different, but for the most part, everybody should be the same. Okay, perfect. So trade. And I mean that. So basically, I'll scroll down and I was looking at volume right here, and then I'm looking at how much the person paid for it, if I can really afford it for my portfolio size. And then I don't, actually, I was gonna do risk management, but I'll just make that for the next video. But yeah, guys, so I'm just kind of looking at, when some flow comes in, a lot of times the right strike that the flow came in is actually, the one with the most volume. But then again, I'm still kind of looking around to see which one has the most volume, because the one with the most volume is going to be the one that's going to be able to move the most. You're going to be able to find the best fills for it and be able to get in and out of that trade. But yeah, guys, that's about it. If you do have any more questions, please go ahead and leave a comment. I'll definitely comment back to you. My email's also in my bio on my page. I will leave this document out. I think I'm gonna leave it for my Discord group. If you want to join the Discord group, you can join that for free. I'll leave the link for that in the comment section, and I'll leave it in the description section. And thanks guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.